Welcome to the show. My guest tonight, Jubs from SHY FRiEND. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me, Duddy.
Can you tell everyone about yourself?
Sure. My name's Jubs. I use she, they pronouns. I'm the front person of SHY FRiEND. I made that abomination and it is my baby. I live in Calgary here, and I have since I moved here for college. I went to college for classical music and it didn't work out. So now we're here making music the way that I want to make music with some wonderful, wonderful people that I call my band, and have been doing that for a while.
We're going to show the band a little bit later in this episode. So how do you describe SHY FRiEND right now in this moment to people?
I usually just give them our mantra. Our mantra is to be cringe is to be free. And that usually defines things a little better for people. If people just want like a straight answer, it's like, it's like alternative girly pop. We're silly with it. We make music that tries to bring people together in like fringe communities. We make music for the girls, the gays, the theys, and we just try to make a party everywhere we go.
When you started this project, was that always the vision?
I mean, I started this project as a solo thing under my full legal name. Don't do that, by the way. I did that when I first started trying to make music seriously, and it was like a bedroom pop, indie pop kind of thing. And it was lovely to figure out myself and my music that way, but it felt really uncomfortable to do live. I wasn't loving that I would pour my heart out onto a stage, and when I started, like, nobody cared. So I'd just be there just basically crying my eyes out on a stage, and people are talking over it, and it hurt a lot. And I realized that it doesn't have to be like that, I don't have to do it alone as well. So ever since I've gotten the band together, it's turned into this sort of fun, upbeat thing that really focuses on catharsis through energy more than anything else.
When you decided to bring other people in, what was the first thing that changed for you, for the band, for the art, I guess?
The sound, definitely. I mean, when I was making it by myself, I was making like pop music. I was just making indie pop, it was just me and a little drum machine and a looper, and that was pretty much it. So all of the sound had to be very formulaic. It had to be 4 bars of whatever, because I was looping everything. It had to fit inside this very small box that I was playing with. And once I had other people to play it with me, we could change things as we went along. We could adjust how it sounded. And I mean, the big thing for me was getting a live drummer meant that I didn't have to make pop. I could make rock and roll. And I grew up on rock and roll, so making that was really important to me. And it's been really fun.
So when that change happened, did that bring you closer to what you imagined getting out of music, or was it a brand new thing entirely?
I mean, I've never really had a main thing that I've wanted to get out of music. I mean, I did classical music for my whole life. I never really got to delve too deeply into rock and roll. I mean, I played backup in some bands when I was a kid, but it was never really my focus. I was supposed to be a classical violinist. So I messed up my hands and I had to basically change everything. And so I've been kind of flying from the seat of my pants since. So when I think of what music I want to make what moves people and brings people together. That's sort of the goal. And right now I have so much fun making rock and roll. It's just a hoot. It's so fun to do with other people. It's a lot less stressful than making really dense pop music, and the people that I play it with know it so well. So it's really fun to play music that they're also confident in making as well.
I love it so much. I just want to say that.
Thank you,
really
Duddy.
Good stuff. So when it started taking shape and you kind of knew what it was going to be, did you feel like could you see a clear lane for what you're making, or did you know you'd have to carve one out yourself?
I mean, I definitely have inspirations. There's a lot of bands and artists that I've looked up to for the longest time, and finding them or seeing them live has really changed a lot for me. Like, for example, I saw Chapel Roan in 2023. She had just dropped her record, and she was playing at a big, 800 person venue in Detroit City. And I went with a friend and saw the audience and how they reacted to her music saw who was coming to her shows, how dressed up they were getting, how much they really cared about what she was doing. And I was like, no, I don't want to make sad bedroom pop anymore. I want to make what she's doing. I want to find that sort of vibrancy and that way to connect to other people. So that was a big change. And then, I mean, a lot of local bands have also changed a lot for me. Like I saw Astrocaster when I first started playing shows in town here. And I was like, wait, people aren't going to be jerks when there's a female front person, which was a big deal for me. And then more recently, I saw this band Midnight Pig. I think they're from Vancouver, but they're also from Edmonton, but they're also from here. Just really intense, hardcore music. But their front person she drives the audience into this mania that's gorgeous to watch. It's mania, but it's in a way that's very connecting of everybody. You know, everybody's in this turmoil together, and it was beautiful to watch.
Do you have any influences that would surprise people?
I don't think there's any surprise because I'm a little chaotic. I'm a little bit of a crazy guy. I will say that like my favorite artist of all time and the one that I look up to probably the most for live shows is Tyler, the Creator. He's one of my favorites. It's a dream to see him live. People like Joji are also a big inspiration to me, where he makes such somber, serious music, but his live show is hilarious and he's just a funny guy. I don't know. I love rock and roll. I love Queen. I mean, there's not really much that I hold off as like, oh, don't tell anybody. I'm a big fan of this. Like, I kind of like it all. And I'm totally happy to tell people about it.
When you started playing shows here, did you feel like you stood out? I know there's so much country influence and things like that here. Did you feel like you stood out?
When I first started playing shows here, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And I don't really think I did it right. But I got through a couple shows that I hosted myself, and I was with like a jazz band. But when I started sort of working on the Shy Friend thing, I think we stood out for the wrong reasons. I was a female front person in a rock band, and that was not very common. So the only things we got invited to do for like the first good while was Taylor Swift shows, Taylor Swift theme shows, Taylor Swift tribute shows, Taylor Swift play a Taylor Swift song. That's just all people wanted. And that was tough to get through because I've never been a big Taylor Swift fan. I don't hate her at all. Like, I think she has lots of purpose and gives joy to a lot of people. It's just not my thing. So being put into the, female front person in a band, you must play Taylor Swift was tough for a while.
Do you have a good alt Taylor Swift cover?
Yeah. We do we Don't Blame Me as like a blues reggae song.
Nice.
If I got to play Taylor Swift, I'm pulling that one out.
Have those differences from the norm that people expect, has that felt like a disadvantage to you at any point?
There's been some times where being fruity and being girly and being cringe have caused us to be in a little bit of danger. A lot of the times at like small town shows, dive bar shows, stuff like that, a lot of the times the built-in audience doesn't know how to treat us. And we've had some genuinely serious like security issues just because people think that it's something it's not. They think it's like a strip show. They think it's like some joke. And I mean, it is silly. Don't get me wrong. I have no problem with people laughing. I have trouble with people trying to grab stuff and all that kind of stuff. So we've dealt with that. And fortunately, we've gotten out of it just fine. And we've yelled at venues and warned people not to go to places. And now it's just sort of like we have to be really aware of where we're going. We can't just pull up to any show and expect it to go super comfortably. We play our butts off, sure, but it's just, we got to know where we're welcome and where we're not.
Mm-hmm. On the opposite side of that, has there been times where the differences has it made it really work for you and bring it to the next level?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people when they see us, they think that we're just making music for like teenage girls or whatever. And don't get me wrong, I love my teenage girl fans. They're awesome. I love feeling like we're a part of shaping people to become proud and unabashedly themselves. But we also have a lot of people who have found us who are more like older guys who are sort of rediscovering how to not be afraid of being who they are. Especially online, we have a lot of folks who are big in WWE, a lot of people who love sports, and they come in and see us and then they go, I got to rethink a few things about what's going on here in my life. And it's been really beautiful to see folks in our fan base sort of evolve and fall into who they really want to be, because they realize they don't have to hide it, that it's okay to be whatever the heck you want to be.
How has the Calgary scene helped shape you?
I love the Calgary scene. I love how welcoming they are of new stuff. It seems like everybody here is really hungry to see something new, you know? Especially Rockin' for Dollars is a concert series that happens here in town. And they were the first place to really take us in and say that we're making something that's worth listening to. And through there, I got really into the punk scene in town here and the hardcore scene. I got really into like more aggressive music, and that's really where we shaped into being more of a rock and roll band. It's because the local scene wanted it. It's what everybody was listening to. It's what I saw audiences going nuts for. And I wanted to have some fun at my concerts, so I said we're gonna make some rock and roll now. And they've really shaped our sound, and they've really helped develop comfort at a show. Everybody's really cool with dressing up now because they know that other people are gonna do it. And it's been really great to see that. And the fact that we can play so many times in town here and people still show up is huge. That's not something that happens in every town. So it's really wonderful that we get to harness such a wonderful community here.
I want to talk about Snaggle Tooth. When you started creating the EP, how did it feel different from what you've done before?
At the time of making Snaggle Tooth, we were playing lots of shows, was our big thing. We were trying to get through our first sort of summer of playing shows as a band. And we were playing rock and roll shows. We were mostly playing rock and roll shows. So we were trying to write music that was more rock and roll. We had put out a couple singles before then, after my solo record. And they were more rock and roll, but they just didn't really sit right. It wasn't super comfortable. I had started working on this really introspective church-themed EP at that time, but we had gotten surprise funding from Calgary Arts Development, and they said, put it towards something, and we were making rock and roll, so we decided to just make more rock and roll and make a whole record of it. So it was definitely okay, let's just see what happens. And given the opportunity to work with more than just a basement that usually we're recording in, and more than just me producing by myself, we got to work with a local legend, Chris Dadge. I love him to death. He's the best. And he really helped shape that record into something that felt cohesive, felt chaotic, felt fun and free, and still very much us. It was really nice. It was a wonderful opportunity. And we actually redid a couple of the singles we put out because it sounded so much better.
Is there a song on there that you immediately knew was kind of raising the bar for the rest of the songs? I'm not asking you to pick a favorite.
No,
but just
no.
at the time when you finished it.
When we finished the record, Never Been a Sinner was the one that I thought was like, yeah, I think this is what we should be doing, guys. It was really hard to record that one because it was a lot of just hear me out, guys. Just start whispering. Just start say whatever you want. Just do it into the mic. I know it's, we only have a certain amount of time here, but we have to do this. And nobody really understood what the heck I was asking. Chris didn't even understand what I was asking for. But especially when it got into the mixing process and we really delved into that together, it started forming into something that I thought was really great. And it really pushed our sound into something a little messier and a little bit more fun without getting too terribly aggressive. And I think that's really what is fun, is towing the line of pop music to rock music. And I think Never Been a Sinner does a really good job of that personally.
It's in my liked songs.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
This might be the same song, but was there a song that evolved way further than you expected from what it was originally to the final? I
think Smut was a big change. Smut was one that a lot of the songs on the record we had been performing live for 6 months to a year. We had really shopped these ones to make sure that they felt right and that they were the way that we play them live is what they're going to sound like on the record, or at least close to it, so that we can really achieve that. But we didn't really have that time with Smut. It was sort of we had a month to sort of try it out before we tried it in the studio, and it was a battle in the studio. It was very much we need to pull everything back. It needs to be simple. This needs to be a simple song. And we'd been throwing the kitchen sink at everything else. So pulling back was really scary for everybody involved. The guitar solo on it, I'm so proud of. It was me and my boy Braden, our sweet old guitarist. I love him to death. We had to basically sit there for 3 hours just talking back and forth, figuring out exactly what line we wanted, exactly how we wanted it to sound. And we got there. And then after it was done, the time that it took to mix it and master it was, hey, can you slow it down 3%? How about 7%? Can we make it sound like a radio is breaking? And it was so much evolution that had to happen, even just from getting into the studio to getting it out. That was different than how I usually make things. I usually know exactly what it's going to sound like before we even start, but that one was fun to see it evolve.
Is there a detail on the record that you're really proud of that most people would probably miss?
Yeah, I mean, in all the whispers and Never Been a Sinner, there is so much tea and most of it's true. Like there is so much and it's all panned. So if you like really listen, you can hear it. I think what was really funny is Baby No Money reviewed that song before it came out. And there's a part in it where Maria just goes, baby, no money, baby, no money. And I heard it while he was listening to it. And I just like cringed a little bit. I was like, oh my God. This is very full circle right now. So that was crazy. What else? Oh, and I do this awful rant and sick of it. I was like, get me on the mic and let me just scream about my exes. And I did. And it felt really good. And I don't think a lot of people listen to it. And I'm cool with that. But yeah, definitely a lot of tea spilled on that record that people don't really know.
What did it feel like? What was the time leading up to the drop? How did that feel for you?
It was so stressful. We were on a very tight deadline due to the grant that we were with. And the grant was a surprise. So it was a very tight deadline. It was a lot of stress of, okay, did we make something good enough? Who do we send it to? How do we get other people to listen to it? Because we're indie, we're local. We don't have a team. So finding that team was really difficult. I shopped around to everywhere, tried to get everybody to care. Nobody cares, and that's okay. But we finally got to work with Jess from Take Aim Media, and she was just a joy to help us figure out how to get onto magazines and print. But then it was also just harassing everybody at CJSW to see if anybody there would be willing to listen to our music. And I'm usually a big social media guy, but I had to pull back on that just to focus on the in-person PR to like make sure that Calgary cared. Because I usually just care about what the internet thinks. And I was like, no, this is kind of made for Calgary. So I want to make sure that they actually get to know it exists. So it was a lot of planning. The record release show was so much work. It was self-produced and I made all of it happen. And it went great, but it was so stressful. And all the music videos were also lovely to make, but a lot of work. And so it was basically just bordering on burnout for about 4 months straight, just trying to make this all happen and get put together. And the best part though was that I didn't have to care if things got leaked because I was independent. So I was like, I will send all of this to anybody who is willing to open it. I don't care. Play it on the radio 3 weeks early. I don't care. Play it on the radio. That's awesome. So do it early. I don't care. And that was really freeing. It was a nice opportunity to be able to work like that.
I'm going to take a quick break. And I think, can we put a video in this break? Do you have a video you want to put in
I got
here?
so many videos. What do you want?
What do you want? What do you want everyone to see? And also here on Spotify and Apple.
Let's give them Never Been a Sinner. It's a fun music video.
Okay.
It's a cool one.
We're going to take a break and watch/listen to that video. We'll be right back.
Time you leave me, baby, in the hatchet.
Okay.
I'm gonna, and we're back. It came back quickly. I loved that video. Thanks for sending that to me.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I also enjoyed watching it as well.
When you first heard your song on the radio, do you remember what that moment was like for you?
Oh yeah, I filmed it.
Oh, nice.
I'm a big content freak, so I got to film everything if I can remember to. It was my friend Sammy Parker at CJSW. They put on Hammer the Screw, which is a song from pre-Snaggle Tooth, but it's still like a single I did with the band. And I'm still really proud of it. I'm really proud that I produced that one because it's a meaty track. And I recorded myself. I parked myself up the road somewhere where nobody would recognize my background. I put my phone up and then I waited for the whole show until they started talking. And I cried a lot. A lot. It was freaky. Thankfully, it wasn't too much imposter syndrome at that point because I had been like a year into doing this and I kind of got myself under control. But it was definitely one of those, oh God, they're playing a 6-minute song on the radio. That's ours. And that was a lot. Really overwhelmed was probably the big feeling I was feeling, but also really grateful.
Since Snaggle Tooth came out, it's been out a while now, do your shows feel noticeably different pre and post?
Yeah. I guess I didn't really think about it until now, but I mean, there's a lot more people, which is crazy. I never really imagined there being, like, it's weird to think that people give a shit. That's a freaky thought. But the amount of people who show up, who have never seen us before, who come in costume, is just absolutely wonderful. I mean, that's why we do it. We do the themes so that we can see who's there for us. We can see who wants to be there for us. And so just seeing the ratio of normie folks to freaks pull up and actually start, taking over shows has been really, really wonderful. And I mean, even the bands we've started playing with have started jumping on our themes, and the staff at the venues have. And that's just been super cool to see not only more people, but more people who really are excited about what we're doing.
That's really cool. One of my biggest FOMO feelings that I have is missing your show at the Workland Center, the TD Amplify series. I think about it all the time. It felt like such a big moment from seeing clips and stuff. Did it feel that way on stage and being part of it?
I was in and way over my head there. I'm going to be so real. It was a stage show with an entire theater company named Murmur Theater and an independent dancer, Sierra. And there was a stage director, there was a regular director, there was a lighting technician, and everything was made in a month. We had to make something from scratch within a month. And it was terrifying. I was so scared that we were going to make something that was not what I was wanting to make with my art, but I also wanted to make sure that I was supporting everybody else with their ideas. And it was quite literally just like I had no idea what I was doing until 2 weeks before. And then finally it was like, okay, am I doing this? I'm putting this here and I'm putting that there. And that's what's happening. It was really stressful because I also had to be the sound for a theater production. There was about a 20-minute theater production where I had to be the sound person. So I was sitting there with like a looping board and my guitar just beating the crap out of it, messing with dials, trying to get the sound that they're looking for. So it was really interesting to really be pushed into a world like that I've never touched. I've never done theater or anything even close to it. But getting up to the tech day, which I didn't realize that stage tech days were going to be like 9-hour days of just standing in place and waiting. But seeing the whole team get together and seeing the stage and how it was going to get put together, it was really cool. I still wasn't sure at all what it was going to be up until like it started. But once it started, it felt really good. I was lucky enough that they were cool with me playing a lot of music from Snaggle Tooth at the show, which means that I only had to like write from scratch like 3 songs, which was fine. But it was really scary. I also have like asthma, and there was a lot of stage smoke, which is cool. But oh my God, I was struggling. Through that show. But the audience was so engaged. We had we did the song Tender from my first record, and I've never felt a room do something like that before. They were singing. There's like a part where I try to get people to sing in a round, and it's, hit or miss. And they kept going past the song was done and they kept going. And I'd never felt something like that before. It was extraordinary. And I feel so lucky that I got to do it. And I mean, they still have another episode coming out of it. And other artists who are local should definitely apply for it, because I think it's a wonderful opportunity to get pushed out of your boundaries and try something new, try something weird and new. And even if you don't know what's going to happen, you should give it a go. You know?
Yeah. Was it different watching it? Was it different living it and watching it? When you watch it back, did it feel different?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In my brain, there was so much that I had a script that I was reading off of my computer. I had to memorize brand new songs. I had to check where I was on stage. I don't have blocking notes in my concerts. I just run around like a goblin, and that's my whole thing. There was tech issues that were just aplenty, and they were mostly my fault. I will be so real. And I just having to deal with all of that was very much a self-preservation mode. And I was like, I'll put on the show. I will put on the face. I will put on the show. But in this moment, I am terrified. So seeing it afterwards, seeing how cool it looked and how much fun everybody had was very rewarding.
I was talking with the president of the Workland Center. He was on my show, and you came up, and he said he was watching it with someone next to him, and he said, I think they're going to be huge, or I think they're really going to make it, or whatever. And the person leaned over and said, I think they just did. Or
that's so sweet. What the heck?
Yeah, big. That's why I have so much FOMO. I really wish I was there.
It was electric. I had some folks come in. We did a documentary with Sate recently, and a couple of folks came to just like see what we were like before they started shooting. And they were like, "You got to do that again." And I was like, "That's lightning in a bottle, man. We can't just like do that again. We play at dive bars. We play at shows with mosh pits. We can't have that happen all the time. It's going to be special when it happens again, but it's going to be a while."
All the shows look amazing and different.
Yes. We try to make sure that they're all unique, and that we try to make a show, at least one show a year for everybody, or one opportunity to hang out a year for everybody.
I promise I'll be at the next one.
I'll hold you to it.
I really feel like I've been missing out. Have the crowds changed in any unexpected ways?
They've gotten really rowdy. We are not used to mosh pits. Like, we don't make music to mosh to. I don't know if you've listened to it. It's not really mosh pit music. And yet, at most of our shows, there is at least one mosh pit. And I've never thought that I would be like the ref for a mosh pit, but I've had to start sort of controlling things. And there's one part in one of our songs, Sick of It, where I jump into the crowd every time because it's fun to just freak people out a little bit and be like, surprise, you can't hold me back. So it's really freaky for some people. But when there's a pit right in front of you, you just get sucked right in. And then you're just like, oh, I'm in a pit now with a phone, microphone, and I got to try to get out of this and back on stage at some point. That's scary, but also really cool that people can, because that's a lot of what the local scene is. There's so much of the local scene is like punk, hardcore people. And the fact that they feel happy and excited to be a part of our project is wild. When
you step on stage now, do you have more or less adrenaline than you used to?
Oh, I've finally been able to like be in my body. Like since August, I figured out that, I can be present while I'm actually on stage. Before then, it was stressing about what I'm doing, making sure I don't mess up, making sure that everybody else is on the same page. It was just there was so much going on. But now that I have this lovely band that I trust so very, very, very much to make sure that they do their parts as well as they possibly can, and that we all work together so well, and that we have an audience that even if I was turned away from them, they would still be having the best time of their lives. I can just sort of focus on enjoying myself a little more. I can just focus on running around and doing what I think is fun and doing what I think would be silly and focus on a little bit more of the like drama of it all.
Do you find yourself now changing anything in your set or in your writing now that more people are watching?
Yeah, I'm trying to make things that are a little less hard to sing live. I'm really good at writing music that sounds so cool because it's so intense and it's so hard to sing live. I mean, our song Freaky Nightmare, I love that song. It is so hard to sing because it goes so high, so loud. So we've had to bring that down like a half step just so that we can play it more consistently. I had a long time there when we first put out that record and before where my vocal health was just not doing well because I was just throwing up a lung every time I'd sung. So a lot of the new stuff we're working on and a lot of the shows that we set up are centered around making sure that we can all do it consistently. That if we had to do this again tomorrow, because we're going to go on tour pretty soon here, if we have to do this multiple days in a row, that we can. So we've been really focusing on that. And it's also been a great way to share the spotlight with the rest of the band. Like Maria usually has at least one song where she's the front person at our shows. I've been trying to convince Milo to get away from the drums because he can belt. He's a fun guy. And we're trying to get Carter one too. So we're working on getting everybody a little bit of the spotlight a little bit more so that it's a little less unsustainable for me.
Yeah. What's been the weirdest part of this stretch since Snaggle Tooth came out?
I thought that after all of this, I'd be able to rest a little bit more. Or I think the weird part, the hardest weird part is like the money. There's none. And I didn't expect there to be any, but like we're fundraising for a tour and that is going really well. We're fundraising really effectively. I'm struggling to pay rent though, because of how much I have to focus on that. And stuff like I'm a streamer. I've had to really step away from that just so I can focus more on the music. And music doesn't make any money. So like it's been a really stressful thing where I'm like, oh, I have to become an accountant, not just a musician. I have to be a business and an accountant. And I have to do that really vigilantly if I want to be able to do this long term. So I've had to basically become my own accountant. Yes. Not fun.
No. I don't have any questions about streaming for you, but can you tell me about the streaming side of your life?
I mean, yeah, I once pandemic hit, at that point I had been in college for classical music for a couple of years. I was a classical voice major and I sucked. I was really bad. Doing opera is Maria's thing. It's not my thing. I met her through that and she was really extraordinary, but I was just sort of thrust into it because I couldn't do violin anymore. And I was not confident, but I was trying to write music to cope with it, just like folk music, whatever. And any cafe show that people sometimes maybe showed up to dried up because of the pandemic. So I just started practicing on the internet, on Twitch. And people cared way more than I thought they would. Oh my God. It became a thing where I could do it 4 days a week, 5 days a week. It could become an actual job. When everybody was losing theirs, I got a job. And the community that I have on my Twitch has just become such a diehard support group for the music, for the life that I'm trying to live. And they've been really supportive of being a part of that and seeing the inside scoop. So I still stream now. Like I try to go like twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. I try to live stream our concerts as much as I possibly can, because not only for the people on the stream, but a lot of people just can't make it out to every show and they want to. So it's a good way of getting everybody included. And I do like a little music requests, play originals, show you what I've been cooking, stream a week. And then I usually just do some sort of chaos. Like last night I was playing a horsey game where it was horses that you were racing. It was a horse racing game. That's it. Mm-hmm. And I just did that for a while. It's not like I'm not like a hardcore gamer or anything like that. That was mostly music.
I love to hear it though. I've had a couple of people who are streamers on the show and they all mention how much they love their community, and you hear from the outside so many toxic things on the internet, but it's nice to hear that the communities are. I
mean, it really depends on what you're doing.
I'm sure you're probably fending off the toxic stuff, but
like I started on Twitch and then Reddit started doing live streaming for a bit. They don't do it anymore for a good reason. One, they couldn't support the amount of people who were watching it. And then other, it was just vitriol. People were just mean. It was just basically, if you were on at a certain time of day and you had enough people, the algorithm would pop you to the front page and you'd be the first thing people see on Reddit. You'd be the first thing people see on Reddit. Like, think about that for a second. So the comment section, the comments that would come in were just hate on top of hate on top of hate. And it brought in some really bad characters, but there was also a lot of people fighting through that, being like, well, look at this. This is cool. It also made the streaming community, like the community of streamers there, so much more tight-knit, because we were like, we gotta stick together if this is what we're up against. It was a great way of exposing yourself to what could happen if everything went wrong. If everybody hates you, what do you do? But I've done a very vigilant job, me and my team on stream, to make sure that our community is welcoming and accessible and good. And if somebody does not follow into that, they either need to smarten up or they need to take a lap. They don't get to hang out.
Do you think you're always going to do a bit of both, music and streaming? Or are you going to...
I always want to make sure that there's a way for people to connect that's not just the thing that is put out there. I think live streaming is a great, accessible way for me to not have to edit and to be able to give people content and to give people an insight into what the heck is going on. I think it's really great for breaking down that barrier. At times, I think that's kind of a bad thing, but a lot of the times I think it's really helpful. I don't know if I'm going to do music forever. I don't know what the heck I'm going to be doing, in 5 years, but I love the way that the community in streaming and the community in music connect. And I want to make sure that I still support the community that I have there and show them that I care, because I really do care about what they've provided me, the opportunities they've given me to work on this music stuff. I wouldn't have done it if I didn't start streaming, like, at all.
We would have been missing out. So you mentioned like 5 years, let's say a couple of years from now, if your audience doubled, or if you have a big growth period, let's say again, do you think you'll be more prepared for it and handle it differently than this last time?
This is a really big struggle with the music industry as it is right now. I need a bigger team to even keep up with what I'm doing now. I can't do it all myself, but I am. If things got bigger and there was more demand for more things, I would need a team. And you can reach out to as many labels as you want, but like, they just don't, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, being on a label doesn't really mean much. I think if there was a big influx in people, I'd be as prepared as I have been. And I'd try to support that growth and make it work as well as I possibly can. But there's so much more that goes into making it big than just having a big community. And having that big community takes so much more than just making content, Mm-hmm. So I'm going to keep on doing everything that I possibly can to keep this community growing, however big it wants to get. But it's never really been the goal to be a celebrity. I don't really think that that's the end goal for me. So wherever it leads, I'm happy to follow it.
I don't know when, but you're putting out a deluxe version of Snaggle Tooth.
Yeah. It was supposed to be out, that, but burnout, as it turns out. Putting out a whole record, I needed a little break. And we've been getting booked for so many shows that has been taking up a lot of the priority. And we've had a change in our band lineup. There's been a lot that's changed since wanting to do that. It's going to come out.
It's coming out. Let's talk about it. And this might be lined up with it. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's coming out. What are we getting differently that we didn't get the first time?
So I know Smut's already like 6.5 minutes. What if we made it like 7? What if we made it like 7.5? It would be funner, right? The original version of Smut was longer and it was gorgeous, but I was like, we can't put that on this EP. So we're going to put out a bigger version of that. We have some acoustic sessions that we got to record with Prairie People Sessions of some of our songs, just out in a field surrounded by flowers. It was friggin' beautiful. And the sound that came out of it, we got some pretty decent footage. So we're going to use some of that and maybe some live footage from some concerts too. I think there's a space for no one to fit on there as well. But we'll have to sort of figure out what we're doing there. I really want to put out No One. I don't know if it's going to happen. I hope it will. With like an old-fashioned country monologue from like some guy with a really deep bass voice beforehand. A little tumbleweed action. Like, I want that. So working towards that. But there's a lot of fires to put out before I'm really going to get that out completely. Hopefully before the end of the summer.
Okay.
That's the goal.
What's next? Are you touring, back in the studio? What are you focusing on next?
We are playing as many shows as we possibly can locally, to fundraise for a tour, as well as maybe a couple more singles to tour. So right now we've been playing every single week at Rockin' for Dollars. Every single Thursday we've been playing, and then usually 1 or 2 shows every weekend as well, either in Calgary or surrounding areas. So it's been playing a lot. We've been playing to a lot of people a lot. And alongside that, we've been doing every get-rich-quick scheme in the book. So at our shows, we have like a regular merch booth, and then we have a shenanigan of the week. So this past week, it was actually tarot card readings, but not regular tarot cards. You want to see?
I do want to see. Of course I want to see. I have no idea what to expect.
I have a little box here of tarot cards.
Okay.
I don't know how I've gotten my tarot cards read once, but
I have, but they weren't.
These ones are better though. Don't worry.
I see a Pokemon card in there.
Yeah. You need those. You need those.
Okay.
Yeah. They're all out of order because it at the end of a show, you just kind of pile all your stuff together. You just go, I don't care anymore. Whatever. It'll show up where it shows up. So I usually have 3 decks. And this is the most important deck, so we'll make sure that this one gets in there. Okay.
I hope this goes well for me.
Well, it depends what you ask. But yeah, this is, I have little candles in here just in case we need some ambience at shows for this, because, you need that. So this is one of the shenanigans we've been pulling, is I tell people's future. Really effectively, I am trained in this, board certified.
Okay.
Like non-GMO, extra GMO. What do you want to know about? You want to know about just regular plain old future? Do you want to know about your life, your career, your love life? Do you want to know how you're going to die? That's a fun one.
I don't want to know how I'm going to die because you're board certified and it
will come true.
I don't want it to make change. I don't want to start making changes in my life based on this. So
understandable.
I want to know if this show is going to make it.
Okay, what does make it mean to you? Because that's a big question.
Oh, okay. I feel similar to you. It's not like I don't want to be famous or anything. I just, keep going.
You just want it to be successful.
Yeah.
To you. Okay. I want you to pick one card out of here, flip it around, mess it around. I don't care what you do. And then set one face down over here.
Okay.
Perfect. You got a yellow card. That's not bad.
Okay.
And then do the same thing with this deck.
Okay.
Whatever you want, whatever feels right.
Okay.
And then, of course, we need one from this deck. And whatever feels right, you can pick anything you want. We got Uno, we got Pokemon, we got playing cards.
I don't want to get Uno reverse card because I feel like that would.
No. It means different things than you think it does.
Okay.
Okay. So, how this works is we're gonna flip a card.
Okay.
And that's gonna tell us like what sort of vibe the future holds for you. Okay. Oh, an aging couple still madly in love? That's a good pull.
Okay, yes.
You got an aging couple still madly in love. That's huge. That means that you got some longevity here. Everybody's going to really like this no matter how old it gets. You're going to have a nice, steady fan base. Now, this is also the defining factor if you want to flip this one over.
Okay, defining factor.
Yeah. This might tell you a little more detail about this. Will one day ascend to heaven and kill God. Whoa, you're going to blow up, man. That's crazy. Yeah. You're going to have loyal followers.
Okay. I like this.
This is great. I don't know why you were worried. This is huge. This is a great pull. Like you got the old people, you got killing God. Like this is awesome. Okay, let's see what the last moment of this is going to be. What did you get? I
don't know.
You got a Hatena. Dude, you got yourself
a psychic Pokemon.
You got yourself a psychic Pokemon. You got a lot of insight. You got a lot of, as long as you keep your brain on you, as long as you keep your thinking going, then you're going to have some nice longevity and a lot of passion towards this podcast for a very long time to come.
Wow. How much do I owe you?
Nothing. You owe me advice.
Okay.
It's usually like we do it by donation. So whatever people want to give, whether that be money or non-physical things or whatever.
I love this.
Good.
You do this after every show?
No, well, we did this last week at a concert. This was our shenanigan of the week. We've also done face painting. We've done an advice column where people can give $1 for good advice or 50 cents for bad advice. We've done a lot. I did friendship bracelets like the one you have. I have lots of those that we did for a while there. It's just sort of whatever the vibe is. I think next time I'm going to do balloon animals is my goal. I know how to make a mean balloon animal, so we're going to go for that soon. And yeah, it's just kind of whatever. And yeah, I keep my doodads on me in case anybody needs something extra.
I love that.
Yeah, good. I'm glad.
That was a good time.
I try to keep that, keep the whimsy going,
I actually have a question about advice.
Sure.
If, let's say, can you give advice to any fans or listeners who want to follow in your footsteps, who maybe don't know how or are too shy of a shy friend?
Yeah, the big thing I can say is don't wait till you get good. Don't wait till you're good enough to put things out there. You will never be good enough for yourself. It's just not going to happen. You just have to go for it. You just have to do it anyways. You have to do it scared. You have to do it even though you're mid. And if you hate something, you can delete it. It's not that serious, But if you never post it, if you never share it, if you never put yourself out there, then you'll never get that chance. You just have to go for it and then deal with the consequences after. And as long as you're not doing something that's heinously wrong, it's going to be fine. You're going to be good,
That's good advice. I think you're going to be a big thing.
Did you read those in the cards?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. When you were out of the room, I did a couple polls myself. So I want to know what you want to make sure you don't lose about yourself as this grows.
I want to make sure that I always care about the experience of other people that I give them. I want to make sure that this is never something that's about me. I'm not doing this for me. I mean, I'm when I write songs, it's because I'm feeling something that I don't know how to deal with, or I'm feeling like this energy that I need to get out. It's a lot of like sort of that primal, I need to make something so that I don't feel so bad anymore. But when I actually share something, when I share this music, when I share whatever art, it's so much less about me at that point. It's about the experience other people have. And I want to make sure that I always focus on that being positive and that being something that feels empowering. I don't ever want to lose the accessibility that I strive for with what we do. Like I bring earplugs to every show, like free earplugs, big bag, free earplugs. Whoever wants them, please take them because it's always too loud. And I always make sure that, my band feels comfortable, that we have a quiet space for people, that if anybody ever feels unsafe at a show, that they can come to us and talk to us and make sure that we make a space that feels comfortable for everybody in it. I want to make sure that that's always at the forefront. I never want anybody to come to a show and feel like, oh, this wasn't, like, I can't be here because it's just not good for me. I want to make sure that it's something that's accessible. That's the big thing.
Love it. Next time you're here, let's say it's a year from now or something, where do you want to be at? Where do you want everything to be? What do you want to have done by then?
Well, I'm 6'8". I think I could be 6'10" by then. So don't laugh.
It's the cameras. They can't tell you're so tall.
It's true. It's true. They never can. But I want to be 6'10" by then. I think that would be a really fair goal. Not with heels, because I don't like heels. I'd like to be able to afford rent. That's a big one. Or at least feel like I can stably do what I feel like I need to with the means that I have. Right now, that's a bit of a struggle. So I'd love to be able to feel comfortable in what I'm making so that I can make things with more effort. Because right now it's kind of a struggle of like, oh my God, let's just make it because we have to. It's not because I want to.
I understand.
Yeah. So I'd love to be at that point where I feel a little more comfortable. I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon though. I'd love in like a year's time if I could have seen a little bit more of the world. I have not traveled very much at all. Like I don't think I've one time my parents drove us to Mexico as a kid and we stopped in Mexico for an hour and drove back home. That's as big of a trip as I've ever done. And I'd love to be able to experience the world a little bit more outside of just my tiny bedroom.
I bet if you did a show in Japan, they would love it.
Japan would be so cool. We don't have a fan base there right now. So I hesitate to say we're going to be in Japan by next year. But we have a lot of American fans, and as much as I want to play for them, I'm very stressed about my very non-all-white band getting thrown into America right now. But
they'll have to come up here.
They will. Some have gotten actually passports to see us. So hopefully we're going to play some more shows out east. We've never played out east. Like we've never gone past Alberta ever. So I'm excited to play shows that are not in Alberta for a bit. Maybe do like a show or two in America. Just boop, boop, come back, see what happens. And yeah, I just want to be able to see more of the world. I feel like I've lived in a very small dome of what I could experience. And kind of want to see what's out there.
Okay. Let's make it happen.
It's going to happen.
Not let's, but
Thank
make
you.
it happen.
You're going to make it happen for me. And I appreciate that, Duddy. Thank you.
That's all I have. Do you have anything else?
If you, a little advice, if you make mistakes, film it. Send it to me.
Okay.
No, I mean, thank you so much for having us, for all the thoughtful questions. This is definitely the most, you researched things about my band that I didn't know anybody knew about them, which is absolutely incredible. And I feel very lucky to be on the roster of people you've interviewed. Thank you,
I'm
Duddy.
so happy you're here.
Dude, I'm so glad we can make it work. Oh my God. I'm sorry that I decided to get sick like an idiot.
It's okay. You know what? We never threw to the band profiles, so that we filmed earlier.
Oh.
Let's check out everyone else in the band too.
Yeah,
right
you guys
now.
want to meet the band?
Let's meet the
We
band.
should meet the band.
Carter, tell me about yourself.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm the bassist and backing vocalist for SHY FRiEND. I've been involved in a number of different music things in the city, marching bands, at the University Wind Ensemble. And then recently in the last about 1.5 to 2 years, I've been playing with these guys, and it's been a whole lot of fun.
Tell me about your world record in juggling.
My world record in juggling. Yeah, you bet. So when the pandemic first sort of started, everyone had a whole bunch of time, right? And I started sort of practicing juggling again more seriously. I'd taken a bit of time off. I'd done it a lot when I was younger and got fairly good at it, but taking some time off, and then I had gotten back into it at the start of the pandemic. So I was sort of thinking man, I would really like to set a record. So I was sort of taking a look at all the records, and a lot of them looked pretty challenging, unrealistic. So I was sort of looking for a bit of a niche category that wouldn't have a ton of competition. So I found 3-ball blind behind the back juggling, and I was just training it for 2 or 3 months straight, just getting a bunch of long runs until I finally set it. Yeah.
What's the record?
The record is 40 minutes and 23 seconds, I think. About that.
Wow.
Just over 40 minutes. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Straight. Yeah.
Do you think juggling helps you play bass? Is that a different part of your brain? Or
Juggling helps me play bass. I think juggling trains coordination and muscle memory, or that's what juggling relies on mostly, right? So I think that those skills carry over to playing bass, in a sense, those similar parts of your brain. But no, it is not. I think it's directly applicable.
Tell me what's harder, juggling 5 things or keeping this band in line?
Ooh, it's a close one, but I'd probably have to say keeping this band in line.
You like Charlie XCX, right?
I do like Charlie XCX, yeah.
What song would be the best for SHY FRiEND to cover?
The best for SHY FRiEND? I've been pushing for SHY FRiEND to cover Von Dutch for a while. So
Nice.
maybe in the near future. We'll see.
I have a rapid fire for you.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. Pop hook or dirty riff?
Dirty riff.
Front of stage or back?
Front of stage.
Perfect outfit or perfect tone?
Perfect outfit.
Nice.
I may have a gift for you.
What's
here.
the gift?
Here, let me bless you up.
The nose right off of your body.
And get my magic nose. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Oh my God.
It's kind of wet on the inside.
Yeah, I know. It was on my nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's more of an
Here you go. Oh,
I do not think that would happen.
Whoa.
okay. Bernard, thanks for coming. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I am the newest member of SHY FRiEND.
What was your first thought walking into this band?
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
What's something they do different that made you feel like this is different?
I like their stage presence. Everything about them is so unique. And I like their music. I like their sound. I was part of a band called Objects in My Room prior to that. But in that band, I kind of felt a little limited in my musical expression, and joining these guys helped expand that and help me find what I was looking for.
Are you trying to bring a little bit of a blues sound with you?
Somewhat, yeah. Around joining SHY FRiEND, I got into Stevie Ray Vaughan, John Mayer, guitarists I haven't listened to prior, but got really obsessed with really quickly. So
Nice. What role do you play in keeping everything steady?
just showing up and knowing my stuff.
Nice.
That's about it. They're really good at keeping things together and just allowing me to do my job really well and with relatively no stress.
I have a rapid fire for you.
Cool.
Clean tone or distortion?
Distortion.
Blues bend or power chord?
Power chord.
Chaos or control?
Chaos. I do also have a gift for you.
Oh, okay.
This one, not edible, unfortunately.
Oh, wow.
A pair of cat ears.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Just going to put these on then.
You look good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Meow.
Maria, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. I was born and then I studied.
Okay, thank you. I heard that you grew up very shy. Has that changed being on stage, or does it feel still unnatural?
Yeah, it still feels unnatural.
Okay. Tell me about your solo music.
Right. So I'm also an interdimensional traveler, and I travel dimensions and sing my solo music in alternate dimensions.
I also want to know about Clown College.
Right.
You went to Clown College?
Sort of.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Well, I went to school and I had a friend who showed up and she was a clown. And then she showed me how to be a clown. And then I could never stop being a clown.
I noticed you blend kind of opera vocals and have alternative influences. What do you think that brings to the Shy Friend experience for people?
I think it's been really fun for me to be able to bring opera into Shy Friend. I think it's very unusual for there to be opera in the sort of style or the usual style that Shy Friend does. So I think it's really fun and cool. And I don't know, I think it makes Shy Friend stand out.
Are you ready for a rapid fire?
No.
Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, opera or pop?
Pop.
Fantasy World or Calgary Basement?
Fantasy World.
Clown Nose or Crown?
Is there a clown crown? Is it a clown crown?
No, you have to pick one. Clown Nose or Crown.
Or it's not a clown crown. It's just a crown.
Not for this thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's boring. Clown nose.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the rapid fire.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
Yeah. I have a present for you.
Okay.
I made this thinking of you.
I love this.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is the best gift I've received today.
Great. That makes me so happy.
No offense. Can I really have this?
Yeah, you actually can.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you. It really matches this whole thing. I love it.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
Thanks. Milo.
Yes.
I like the name Milo.
Thank you.
Thanks
I
for
chose it
coming.
myself.
Oh, did you?
No.
What's a punk thing that people might not know about you?
I guess I'd say I engage with punk philosophy. I'm big into philosophy. My whole family always has been. And as much as I enjoy the aesthetic of punk and that kind of thing, I really just like reading punk literature and kind of engaging with the intellectual ethos of punk as well.
I made a mistake. I didn't say, tell me a little bit about yourself. Can you tell me?
Oh, that's okay. There isn't anything about me.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm Milo. I think I'm the youngest member of Shy Friend. I started playing with them about 2 years ago. My background in drumming is, of course, primarily punk and pop punk, but my dad's a jazz bassist, so I like to kind of reach into any musical world that I can and kind of go from there. I'm in school at U of C for disability studies, and I am hoping one day that if I'm not primarily a drummer, that I can go into disability tourism.
Nice. As a drummer, how do you know when a crowd is about to lose it?
Oh, I mean, I think there's a few warning signs. There's always going to be, every crowd has, 2 or 3 people that are really driving the energy. And as they loop more people into their kind of energy and once people have their arms around each other, when they're headbanging or people start slamming into each other, that kind of thing, that's how you kind of know they're going to lose it. So I'd say it's really, you just got to identify who has the most energy in the crowd and kind of watch them bring people into it. And of course, with the help of the music, but it's something really cool about Shy Friend, I think, is that it's as much as it's by and for us is also for the fans, and the people in the crowd really drive it as well.
I'm going to get serious for a second. Do you have a favorite line from Cars 1 or 2?
Yes. From Cars 1, it would be the part where Mater goes, I once knew this girl, Doreen. A good-looking girl. Looked just like a Jaguar, only she was a truck. I used to crash into her just so I could spoke to her. And McQueen goes, what are you talking about? Followed by, I don't know. So, yeah, there's that.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, anything for you.
If Shy Friend was in the Pixar universe, what character do you think everyone would be?
That's a phenomenal question. I'm gonna go. I'm Lightning McQueen, obviously. Julie can be Mater. Maria, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. The only Pixar movies that I've watched consistently are Cars, but I'm gonna say you get to be Fix-It Felix. Bernard, you're gonna be Calhoun from Wreck-It Ralph, because that's like the other Pixar movie I know. And Carter, I think you're gonna be Leland Turbo. All my hardcore Cars fans know who I'm talking about. Agent Leland Turbo from the prologue to Cars 2. That's hype. Oh yeah.
I love it. Okay, rapid fire time.
Go for it.
Fast or loud?
Fast.
Break something or fix something?
Fix, but more commonly break.
Open pit or tight room?
Tight room.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
Thanks
I
for
also
coming.
I've got a gift for you as well.
Okay.
Just because you're so kind hosting us, I brought you a strangely cold lollipop.
Okay, perfect.
Of course. Have a
Perfect.
great one.
Thanks for coming. Okay, and that's the band. Some characters. Hey?
I love them. They're
Yeah.
goofballs. They're my goofballs. Those are my bozos.
That's fun. I'm glad they
Yes.
didn't kill me when you told them to.
Well, it's not like an instant thing.
Okay.
It takes some time. You've been drinking a lot of that
Uh-oh.
gum. I'm going to be so real.
Okay, let's end the episode.
Okay.
Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for having me on your last episode ever.
I hope you come back.
I'll be here.
And I want you to have this mug.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
For me?
It's for
Is
you.
it cuz I got lipstick on it and you don't want
Yeah.
it anymore?
I don't even know how to clean that.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you. It's so cute. I like it. Did you make these?
Not by hand. I got them made.
hand-sculpt them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Get that. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you for being here and listening to me yap. If you got this far in the comments, say ooga booga.
Nice. Okay. Bye.
Over here. Bye.